and we're recording. So this is the Live Free podcast. Braydon James is here. You went from that one gamer, that one gamer 123 day. What's the new one? KBS?
Yeah, it's KBSX. I went from, so a lot of people were curious with the name change. I thought it was probably the best way to go.
Does it stand for anything?
It being my Twitch name. Just making them both easier to find.
Okay.
And yeah, that was essentially my thought process. I still got my buddy working on the banner and stuff. So everything will be fully laid out. Banner, the icon, all of that will be set up. There's still some little kinks to do with, channel bio. I want to get something a little bit more creative there. It's about where I'm at right now. I got the last stream 3 days ago. Yeah, that's what I left off on at the moment.
Is it both on YouTube and Twitch?
The last stream?
Yeah, yep.
Actually, no. So the way I do it is I'll do a recording either through Twitch or through YouTube. Like, I know it's a thing where you can get, like, what you stream on Twitch onto your profile layout. I haven't gotten into all the specifics of that yet. Most of it's, still a work in progress. But yeah, I was definitely stoked to see the numbers on that last stream 3 days ago. That was
surprising.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, good. So are you doing just one or the other right now?
Yeah, right now I'm kind of going in between both. I try and mix it up because I have a fair amount of subscribers on YouTube that, want content. And then, getting new to the Twitch game. Trying to get stuff on that, the banner, the icon all set up.
Is there anything?
My hope?
You can go ahead.
Sorry about that. My hope is to eventually get a schedule kind of laid out for Twitch. What days, what hours specifically I'll be streaming, so that it's easier for people to kind of find it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and specific games, stuff like that. It's definitely interesting. Nonetheless.
Is there anything new coming out that you're gonna be playing?
Yeah, right now I'm looking at a few different games to add to the YouTube channel. So I'm essentially thinking about doing streaming or uploading. But some of the new games I'm thinking about doing some streaming on are Borderlands 3 and then Maneater, which a lot of people aren't familiar with what Maneater is. It's essentially a shark game, which sounds kind of funny, but it's a shark game. So if you get big into gaming a little bit, and then you're big into animals, the game is like right up your alley.
Yeah. Yep.
The problem is though with the Maneater, it's pretty gory with blood, so I gotta do some work with that. And then eventually I want to start a walkthrough series on some different story mode games, and do some organizing with the playlist, with walkthroughs, different games, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Are those both out already, or are they coming out soon?
Yeah, I've got them installed. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Have you played any of them?
Yeah, I did a little diving into both games, getting a grip of them. That's always my biggest goal, to try and get a grip of any game I stream before I stream it.
Yeah.
So these both being completely new to me, I tried to get a little bit of a grip on them before I just went in and started streaming it.
Which one do you prefer?
Sorry.
No, you're good. You can keep going.
Yeah, people. Yeah, usually when they go to my channel, they see all sorts of stuff. With it being streams, uploads, all sorts of stuff with games, and I actually just received a I don't know for sure if it was a copyright strike, because I got the video down within 24 hours, so I don't assume I got strike, but I did get the notification on my Dirt 5 stream, and As I was just like, okay, wow.
Is that because of the audio on the game, or is that the game itself that did that?
That was because of the music in the game. So certain games have music like in the background that function with the game, and usually, I'm pretty on it with muting the music, but this time it just kind of stumped over me because I just started streaming, and
yeah, that happens. We've gotten a few of those too.
Yeah, for sure.
They suck.
Right.
Yeah, I seen that. The new Grand Theft Auto 5 had a soundtrack for it specifically.
Yeah, I think it was through Dr. Dre, I believe.
Yeah, yep. I listened to it. It was all right.
I seen that always, seeing actual professional music artists get into an online game, like whether it be an update or whatever, that's just always intriguing as hell to me.
Yeah.
Because these musicians, and crap, it's how much like just time and effort it takes out of their day to make something like that happen. It's fucking awesome in my opinion.
Yeah, I wonder if they do it just for the game or if they take it from what they've done already.
See, my knowledge was with the Dr. Dre soundtrack on the GTA Online update. It was something that he was specifically, I believe, working on with the game.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
so
that's
that would
really
be like
cool.
Rockstar Studios would be the developers of the game. But yeah, that was definitely interesting. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, yep. Does that? Have you played that one yet?
I have. Yeah, I actually have it installed. So with Rockstar Games, there's 2 games out because they're kind of a slower game developer. There's Red Dead 2.
I've heard that.
And then there's GTA 5. And then you've got everybody patiently waiting for GTA 6 as it's been just delayed multiple times as Red Dead Redemption 2 was, but ended up getting GOTY, which was Game of the Year award. And usually, with my knowledge with Rockstar games, it's usually better to hold out and wait for their games to come out rather they're delayed because they end up being a better product from my knowledge.
Yeah, quality over quantity.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep. And I didn't even realize they were doing a 6. I thought that I thought that 5 was the last one and they were just going to keep adding on to it. But I guess whoever told me that was wrong.
Yeah, I'm a little curious. We've heard rumors left and right about GTA 6 the past 2 years. Where the game location is going to be based, because each Grand Theft Auto, they have a different location that they base in the game with the open world and stuff.
I played San Andreas.
San Andreas?
Yeah, that's the last one I played.
That was probably the best one in my opinion.
That one was pretty fun.
It was, yeah, especially for its time. It was amazing. Like the storyline was deep. It was good. It pulled you in right from the beginning. Which that's what a lot of Rockstar's games do.
Did Rockstar do the Walking Dead games, or am I thinking something different?
The Walking Dead. Oh man, I'm trying to think.
I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, The Walking Dead.
I think that's Telltale. I think.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Yeah, I thought that was a Telltale series because they've got different seasons for Walking Dead, and it's kind of like a sequence-based type game.
Yeah, you choose what happens.
Yeah, you play like the story, and then you select different answers for questions, and
I played the first one, and it was really fun. Have you played the second or the third?
I don't think I have. I think the only Telltale game I've actually played is The Wolf Among Us. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I have heard of that. Didn't they make that a movie, or aren't they going to?
I'm not exactly sure, but I gotta tell you, what I played of it, I did enjoy.
Yeah, I heard it was a really good game.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Like, it caught my eye and my attention.
Well, their animation's really unique.
What's up?
Their animation's really unique.
Yeah, it is, because it's not like high-end graphic, but they still get a lot of players.
Yeah.
Because they pull in these players that love to watch TV series, movie series, all sorts of stuff. They get just pulled in and intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah, that Walking Dead I played was really fun. I recommend that, actually, if you haven't played that. That first season, at least.
I'll have to check that out for sure.
Yeah. I seen the other day they had a Back to the Future one. I didn't know about that until, like, just the other day, but I love Back to the
Yeah.
Future, so I kind of want to play that and see what that's about too.
Yeah, for sure. I played. I've heard of the Back to the Future series that they have based on that game series. I haven't played much of it, but I played. I think it was the demo way back on the PS3. I think it was Back to the Future Episode 1.
Oh, okay. Is it that old now? That game's that old that it was back on the 3?
Well, see, this is what's crazy. I never actually gotten into the Back to the Future series, which is crazy because it's just insanely popular even to this day. Yeah, I just.
Well, it's a niche thing for sure. You have to be a fan of sci-fi and comedy, and it's a weird series. But once you tap into them, like if you have that same mindset, it's fun.
I catch a lot of heat for not being a fan of like Star Wars, Avengers.
I definitely think those are all overrated, honestly.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
What's your Can you tell me why? I'm kind of actually curious.
I think with the Avengers, I think that a lot of people forget that DC actually kind of started that whole gig first with the Batman movies. Like, I like the Batman movies for sure, but the Avengers I think are really overrated because I just don't think the writing's up to par. I don't know. A lot of people are going to be mad at that. Star Wars, I think we give too much praise towards. I don't think it really redefined too much in terms of film.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people try to act like that's a savior for filmmaking, but I really don't think so. They're fun. Like I enjoyed the first 6, but it's not like I'm a fan, like a crazed fan over them. I'll watch them every couple of years, but I don't. I'm not gonna get hurt if someone tells me they started with 1 instead of 4. I'm not like that.
Yeah. I was curious. So you have this series you do on your YouTube channel. I believe it's. Which one is it? I can't remember exactly. It's one of the ones you've been doing for quite a while.
Chapters, maybe?
That might be it. I was curious, like, because I've seen some YouTube series. One being the Psycho series. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's through a channel on YouTube with McJuggernuggets, and was originally written by another YouTube creator of the name Boogie2988.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I don't know. That was one of them series that I got lost in. I haven't seen too much of your work. It's I got to get caught up a little bit.
Oh, same with me, dude. It takes a lot for me to get into streaming though, so it's nothing personal at all. Like I start them and I get out of it quick, but
yeah, I 100% understand
that. But I do support you like 110%. Like if you ever upload a video, you can let me know and I can throw those things at the end for you. I'll fall behind for sure, but I can still do that for you.
100% appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no problem at all.
So you said you listen to a lot of Eminem and stuff.
Yeah, Eminem's my favorite, honestly. But I mean, I do enjoy all rap for the most part. Not the new stuff. Not the like.
So I was curious if you had actually heard of that project. I was talking about Kim.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's off of his second or his third album.
Yeah. Yep. So you've seen the video and stuff of that?
Yeah, yep. It's a good song. I really like that one. It's got rock vibes to it. That whole album's like that. It's like a dark rock rap project, if that makes sense.
Yeah. See, I thought it was pretty interesting. I don't know. I thought it was good. A lot of people
It's really relatable, is what I like about it. As messed up as that is to say, it's pretty relatable.
Yeah.
And that one's cool because he actually, a little backstory on that song, he took ecstasy and he was trying to write a love letter to Kim, and then he ended up writing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he literally said to her, like, like, it's fucked up, but like, I loved you so much that I made a song about killing you,
I did not know that. That is crazy.
It makes it pretty cool.
Yeah, it gives it the backstory and stuff that just pulls in those views.
Yeah. And she actually, she was at a concert and he performed that in front of her and she tried to kill herself after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's got some dark history to it, that song, but it's a really good song. It really is.
Yeah. I had seen something here, I think it was a couple weeks ago, with Eminem and Marilyn Manson. Now this was way back when Eminem had first started or around there. They were actually doing, it was kind of like a live concert together, but Manson wasn't completely in it.
Yep.
It came out.
They kind of beefed a little bit at one point.
Did they?
Yep. He it wasn't too terrible, but they kind of Eminem at least threw some shots Manson's way. But when did this concert come out?
I'm not 100% sure. Just looking at Eminem in that video on YouTube, it looked like early 2000s, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Eminem was performing. I think it was "The Way I Am."
Yeah.
Live,
Yep.
and then
that's actually the song that he kind of he dresses up as him, and I always assumed it was a diss, but maybe it was just a shout out a little bit in the video.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out for sure. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I'm learning so much about this artist.
Yeah.
More of them out. Yeah, I remember listening to some of his earlier stuff. I think actually the most recent stuff I had heard, Godzilla, of course. I'm a big Juiceworld fan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then I had seen, he just did a recent project. I think it was with, who was it? I'm trying to think it was with Hazley or something.
Oh, okay. I'm not.
Last One Standing.
Oh yeah. Skylar Grey.
Yeah, my bad. I knew I was off. Yeah, that one. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was for the Venom 2, and he did the song for Venom 1 also. If you didn't know that.
Yeah. That's like a soundtrack for the movie.
Just that one song. He only did one song for both of the movies.
I gotcha.
Yeah, they played over the end credits of both of the movies. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen the second one yet, actually, but I'm pretty sure people said it's at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a pretty good song. He had good feature runs for 2021.
I'm curious, what are your top 5 songs for Juiceworld? In order from 1 to 5.
Definitely Armed and Dangerous is number 1 for sure.
Okay.
I would say probably Lean With Me for number 2.
Mhm.
It's kind of hard to make a list for.
You just hit me with top 3.
I think Black and White probably number 3.
All right, I gotcha. Been listening to Juiceworld, God, probably since he started out as a SoundCloud rapper, similar to the Kid Leroy.
Yeah, yep.
And then he blew up off of one song, which was "Lucid Dreams," which I believe was the first music video that was directed by Cole Bennett.
Yep, I forgot about that one. That one's a really good one too. I do like that one a lot.
Yeah. See, I thought that one was really good. But I think the first song, if I remember correctly, that actually got me into Juiceworld, I want to say was "Scared of Love" on Goodbye and Good Riddance.
Yeah, the first album.
Yeah, right? I remember being in my buddy's car, and that came on Pandora, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" I go home and start looking into more of his music, and I'm like, "Oh God, this dude's fucking busting."
I really like his first album a lot. He's just he does really good with his flow and delivery in that album.
Yeah, it's like the pockets and flows he finds in different songs. It fits with the rhythm and the beat. Not only really the rhythm and the beat, his voice. I mean, all of it just flows so well.
He did really good, especially for just starting. It was crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you seen the freestyle where he does freestyle over Eminem beats for an hour?
Yeah. I've had my buddy telling me about that. Telling me I need to check that out. I've seen a couple snippets of it, but as for the whole thing, I haven't.
Man, it's crazy.
I've seen some snippets of it. He can freestyle. I mean, the dude can just sit there and go and go and go.
Yeah.
And what's funny is after he what people think he did was OD, but there's more of it that goes into that. When they were on that plane before it had landed, he had mixed oxycodone and what was it? It was oxycodone,
maybe.
What's up?
Was it Percocets, maybe?
Yeah, I think he Well, no, I believe he mixed oxycodone and lean, and he ended up dying off of Percocets
Oh, okay.
because he had a pretty bad addiction with Percs,
Yep.
Xans.
Lean.
Those are his three main go-to: Xanax, Percocets, and then lean.
Yep.
Yeah, he in the documentary he's swallowed six Perc 30s.
Damn.
That's 30 milligrams. So
180 milligrams total.
Yeah, 30 milligrams each perk.
Yep.
And that's 6 of them. You know, just taking one gets you fucking hopped up.
Yeah.
Now imagine taking 6 of them.
Yeah.
He had a high drug. He had a high drug tolerance though.
Yep.
With that kind of stuff. And truthfully, I think with the perks that ended up killing him in the end, I think that was more, you know, in my opinion, built up in his system throughout days to weeks with perks. You know, they never really strictly went into how he died. Even in the documentary, you know, they kind of gave little hints and stuff. Ali Lottie specifically did at the very end.
I'm gonna have to. His ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta check it out. I haven't seen the documentary.
Yeah, I was surprised. It's actually, well, it was on YouTube, completely free, where you can just watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's originally supposed to be on HBO Max, but there's been some different people uploading it on YouTube. Good quality too. I mean, 720p to 1080p. Which, you know, there's little things you can't hear in the movie, like where they have to, you know, silence out some of the unreleased tracks, which I don't think they do on HBO Max, so you don't really have to worry about copyright infringement. With HBO Max.
Yep.
Yeah. I recognized, I think, just about all of the unreleased tracks that were in the documentary. There was one though I hadn't even heard lyrics. I can't remember which one it was, but
is it out now?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the unreleased track?
Yeah. Like, was it on his 3rd or 4th album? But you don't know.
So, like, his unreleased music usually gets published on YouTube and then taken down within. I've seen it go down as quick as 24 hours with people that upload it.
Yeah.
And then there's people, you know, that it'll go a week, 2 weeks. His team of writers and stuff had been pretty strict on taking it down recently with the recent release of the new album, and then the documentary as well, which came out around the same time. So, yeah.
I'm gonna check out the documentary. And
it's
finish
the
4th album, because I've heard the 1st and 3rd album all the way through. The 2nd one I wasn't a huge fan on. This 4th one I haven't had time to sit down and really try to listen. I just kind of skimmed it.
Yeah, you're talking about the 2nd album, Death Race for Love, right?
That one I tried getting through, but I didn't really like it too much. But this new one, I just skimmed it so far.
Yeah, the 2nd one wasn't bad. I mean, there was, you know, my take on it, usually each album he releases, there's some tracks I don't like, there's some tracks I absolutely fucking love.
Yep.
And really, the 2nd one, Death Race for Love, there was more tracks I didn't like than I did like.
Yeah, it was weird. I was really excited for that 2nd album, and then I didn't end up liking it as much as I was hoping.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the songs on there were different pace and different beats.
Yep.
Versus, you know, what he normally does. He tries to make just about every track in the album kind of correspond to the beat and all kind of flow together throughout the album.
Yep. One that I did like off that 2nd one was Fast.
Fast was fantastic.
Yeah, that's a really good song.
If I had to put my top 3 on that album, I would probably say number 1 would be Empty. 2, I'd probably have to put it as probably Fast, and then 3, probably Flaws and Sins. That song, I believe, was actually made for Ali, which he has performed just about every concert, from my understanding. He performs that exact song, and there's certain concerts you'll see him adjust the lyrics and stuff specifically for her.
Oh, really?
And it's just, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to check into that one. I don't know if I've ever heard that one.
Yeah, for sure.
The 3rd album was The first after he died.
Yeah. Wait. You cut out there. What's up?
The third one was the first after he died, and
yeah. That was Legends Never Die.
Yep, there you
go. And then the fourth album we got. Can't remember the title of it.
I can't either.
Yeah, I honestly probably think that's probably going to be the final album we're going to get.
Oh, really? I figured they would have kept releasing.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think it's probably going to be the final album. I think there's going to be possibly some more singles released. I don't think a ton. I think there'd probably be a couple more because basically all they're doing now is just getting a lot of his unreleased music and then putting different beats through it. And that's a lot of what was released in Legends Never Die and then the newest album.
It's called Fighting Demons.
Fighting Demons, yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So, like, a couple tracks I can think of right off the bat with Legends Never Die that were originally unreleased. One was...
I think Righteous was.
Righteous was, yeah. Wishing Well was another one, and they actually deleted a verse from the song that was originally in the unreleased.
Why'd they do that? Do you know?
I personally think they, I think they did it because it was dark, which a lot of his unreleased music is. I'm getting chills just saying that. Some of his unreleased music, he'd go into the studio just straight up fucked up on Percocets and stuff, and it did help him rap better, but at times there were things that just didn't really make sense.
Yep.
But yeah, it's sad. It really is.
Yeah, it is. That's just like Mac Miller. He was better when he did cocaine, and that's what ended up killing him.
Yeah. Mac was a hell of an artist for his time.
He really was.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people call him a rapper, but I wouldn't really consider him that. But he was really good.
Yeah. He kind of reminds me of Lil Peep.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see the similarities.
Yeah, Lil Peep. I mean, he gives me kind of that weird vibe with his music. Like it's kind of a dark depression type stuff, and that's not really more of my music taste.
Yeah.
That's all I really listen to is sad rap. But Mac Miller's stuff was, or Mac Miller, Lil Peep stuff was a little bit too depressing for my taste.
Same here.
No slam at the artist, anything like that. I get into a lot of the Kid Leroy, some of Trippie Redd, Juiceworld, who I still listen to. XXX Tentacion, another one of my favorites. Those I'd say are probably my top 4 at the moment that I've been listening to for quite a while.
See, I really like Kendrick and J. Cole, but I mean,
yeah.
I've heard who you're talking about too, so like I like them too, but
yeah, there's this guy I've been listening to. He's a rapper. I think his name's Party Alone.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he does some pretty interesting music. He's actually the same age as me.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he, the kid's gonna blow up within time. I mean, he's been posting, videos for, don't quote me on it, but I want to say like a couple years, and all the kid's got to do is just keep posting because he's gonna blow up within time. I mean, his voice is just it's incredible for his genre, sad rap. His most recently released video, I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't my style, but I did enjoy Vampire and Addict. Vampire was with Killbunk, which is another smaller rapper.
I'll have to check into those. I don't think I've heard those ones.
Yeah. Vampire was actually in my top 5 most played on Spotify with that rap 2021 stuff they were doing.
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to check into that for sure. I've heard of the dude. I don't know how much I've actually heard from him, but I've heard of him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All it takes is one song for them to blow up, and then they made it.
Yeah. yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that he'll blow up in time.
Yeah, he definitely deserves to. I mean, his voice is there. So a little bit of it's auto-tune, but I mean, I guess really my opinion, a lot of musicians, kind of need auto-tune now. I
Yeah.
mean, I love to sing. I actually can sing all sorts of different stuff, but if I actually sat down and used auto-tune, I could probably drop a couple bussin' tracks, no lie. Um, I don't know. I don't really get too into it myself.
Yeah.
I just like to sing for fun.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah,
Yeah,
auto-tune has a bad rap because there's some people that'll do it for the entirety of the track, but
yeah,
when it's not overly abused, it can be a tool rather than
yeah, for sure,
yeah. Yep.
for sure.
Yeah. And we're hitting a point with rap now where everybody's holding on to stuff for way too long, so we're not really getting much material. Um, like last year with music, I wasn't really a big fan of, um, like J. Cole dropped an album, and I really didn't like it. And
Yeah,
it's because people are just holding on to stuff, especially after COVID.
yeah,
For some reason, it's
yeah.
like they just don't want to release.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of musicians now.
Yep.
A year after COVID started, is people have just found it hard to make creative, music. In my opinion, just about in every genre. There's a lot of artists that I really enjoy that I haven't heard much stuff that I really enjoy too much recently that's been put out. Again, maybe that's just me. I don't know. My taste changes all the time.
Yep. Same
Um,
here. That's what's good
but
about music, though, is that it's all stored, so you can change your taste and go back to it eventually. You know.
yeah, the way it's changed is just crazy. We went from CDs, cassette
Yeah.
tapes. Now we've got iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, all of that lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And
And it's circling
I
back
don't know.
around too. We're going back to vinyls.
I'm kind of curious. What's your take? Like, are you more of a hard copy kind of guy with CDs, or do you prefer like iTunes stuff like that, or just streaming music?
I got Spotify, but I use iTunes for sure. Um,
Okay.
iTunes is actually what I listen to the most, like when I'm writing and stuff, just because I can have it all organized into um, albums and stuff, which I could do this. I could do the same on Spotify too, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Spotify,
that's
I kind of use for podcasts more, like Conan
yeah.
O'Brien's podcast. Um, yeah, but I definitely, if I like the artist, I'll get the CD and the vinyl. Like Eminem, I got all of his vinyls and his CDs.
Oh,
But it
yeah.
other than that, like if J. Cole were to drop, if I like it, I'll get the CD and the vinyl. But if I don't like it, I won't. Like his last album, I didn't because I didn't really like it that much. But
Yeah. See, I've been doing a little bit of looking into these premium music services, like Spotify Premium,
yeah, yep,
Pandora Premium, and now you've got YouTube Music Premium and stuff. And I don't know, I think the prices are pretty steep, especially for a premium music service.
they are. They really are.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like when you just look at Spotify Premium, $10 a month. That's pretty steep in my opinion.
It is.
I don't know if it's cheaper to do it by the year, but I was looking into Spotify Premium because I can download my music and stuff. So when you got people that upload unreleased Juiceworld tracks and then they get removed,
That's
you
on
can
YouTube.
just download.
Yeah, yep, yeah, exactly.
iTunes
works a lot better for those unreleased tracks because you can't get those on Spotify or anything.
Wait. Okay, hold up. You just confused me. So they have unreleased Juiceworld tracks on iTunes?
No. Like if you can download them onto your iTunes.
Oh, I got you.
Yep,
I got you.
yep. Like Eminem's got like 3 albums worth of material that weren't released, and I have them on my iTunes, but they'll never go on Spotify.
So you're talking about like just downloading them straight to your iTunes library.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what's nice about iTunes. You can do that type of stuff, and you can listen to it because it won't be on Spotify. I think you have an Android phone, right?
I do. Yeah. Some of the websites I used to actually download music was there, like a lot of them were just YouTube to MP3 converters. There was one that I specifically used to go to. I think it was no, I can't remember what it was. I'm thinking of clipconverter.cc, but I'm pretty sure that's.
I've used that one before. Is that for videos only? Maybe
What?
clip converter.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I'm pretty sure that one's only for YouTube videos. I
Yeah,
can't remember 100%.
there's one called YT MP3 that works pretty well for downloading audio files off of YouTube.
I think the one I used was mp3juices.cc.
I don't think I've ever used that one.
I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't downloaded music in such a long time. I actually used to download some different music videos off of YouTube with the clip converter.
Yeah. Yep. And then you could
Yeah.
you could actually change that over into just being audio too, so you could use it. So you can download the video, have the video, and have the audio file.
I gotcha. I didn't know that.
Yep. But on your phone, there's an app called, if you have an Android, called Music Olay. And I can text you how it's spelled after we get done here. But I use that for unreleased stuff on my phone, so I have it on my phone instead of just on my laptop.
I gotcha. I will definitely have to check that out.
Yeah. So you just add your songs onto Dropbox, and then off of Dropbox, you can get Dropbox on your computer and your phone, and it's free for the first 15 gigabytes. And you can move them over from Dropbox onto Music Olay on your phone.
I gotcha. I discovered this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say we're basically telling people how to steal music.
Right.
That's all right,
I was
though.
just about to say, I discovered this really interesting thing with PayPal. I'm sure most people have heard of it. It's Facebook Viewpoints.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
So, see, it's crazy. Like, I am getting like $15 free every month. Yeah, I don't have to do a damn thing, and it goes directly into my PayPal. And it seems to be usually the same 3 days each month. Like, you gotta wait for the transactions to be approved and shit, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't have to do like a damn thing. Like, you would like essentially Facebook Viewpoints is just surveys and crap, which I signed up for. But I'm not really ever doing surveys and still getting paid through it.
What's it called?
So,
Viewpoints?
It's called Facebook Viewpoints.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah. All of you that are listening, you definitely want to check that out. Just link it. You can link it through your PayPal, and when it's linked through your PayPal, you can have it directly deposited through your debit card when the money is approved each month. I've got a brother-in-law who has it automatically taken out for Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of crap you can do with it. I've made a good chunk of change not having to do a damn thing through that app.
Dude, that's crazy. I never heard of that.
I don't know how long it's going to be a thing because, I don't know. Crap's always changing with Facebook. So,
exactly.
You got
yeah.
Some meta crap and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, now we're basically telling people how to make free money.
It's not bad.
No, you're good. The art of the scam. That's what this one should be called.
Oh, yeah.
So you, I don't think we talked about it before we started recording, the Halloween movies.
Yeah, it's the Halloween series. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was before I hit record that we were talking about that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So you watched the alternate ending to Kills?
Yeah. I actually went ahead and bought Halloween Kills through my YouTube account. And it was the extended cut, which has the alternative ending. And just went ahead and bought it in 4K. I sat down and watched that the night I bought it. And then just ran it back on YouTube before we got called the alternative ending. I think the alternative ending is better than the original.
I do too.
Myself. Yeah. It gives a pretty good viewpoint on, like you said, what's coming in Halloween Ends.
Yeah. Yep. It adds a whole nother layer.
Yeah.
It's the only time that we really get to see Laurie be a badass in that movie.
Yeah, and that brings me to, that alternative ending. I almost think that she's, people think that Michael can't die, which he never really has.
Yeah, he always comes back.
Yeah, and it's got me curious. With that alternative ending. You have the new title, Halloween Ends. Is this going to be where we see Laurie possibly kill Michael Myers?
I think that she will, but I think the question is if it's for good, if he's dead for good.
Yeah.
I think that they'll definitely kill him, but I think that they'll kind of set it up so that they could bring it back, like have him breathing at the end over the credits, or I don't know. I really don't know which way what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, see, that's what always keeps us curious with these Halloween movies. What they have planned with the next one. But my thought process is, how many more does the Scream Queen have left in her at her age?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
After
So
this, I think
I
it could either be a reboot or they could um, just do it again where they wipe out X amount of sequels and pick up after the first movie again, which that route I don't really want them to go because
yeah.
I honestly think the current plot that they have right now is pretty solid with 2018 and now Kills. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, 2018 was crazy good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Kills I liked a lot, but I definitely was a little let down with just because 2018 was so good. I think is all that kind of made me let down by this one a little bit, but
Yeah.
this one was still really good. Um,
Yeah. Going back to the original Halloween, which was 1978, I believe, right?
yeah, yep.
Yeah. The first one directed by John Carpenter. I don't know if it's just my opinion, but I actually enjoy the older ones more than I do the newer ones.
Yes.
Mainly because, they
They're
they pulled us in. Like, it was me personally. I loved seeing Myers in the background, and at times you couldn't even hear the piano track.
yeah.
That was the kind of stuff that really I thought was cool as hell. Not only that, but call me weird, but I like those deep blue dark nights back in those older Halloween movies with the killing scenes.
Yes.
Versus the new ones that they do with the lighting and stuff and effects. It's not bad, but again, I like the older ones with the way they're set up.
I think it's also too because the older ones were more simplistic. These new ones you kind of have to have a track record of okay, that's what this character did. This is what they were doing the last time we saw them. Stuff like that. And I think that kind of takes you out of the element a little bit. I feel like they also kind of force a little bit too much comedy into a lot of movies today. Which that's going back to my gripe with the Avengers. That's really what my gripe is with those is that they're aiming it for kids and adults. Obviously, they're not doing that with Halloween, but I still do think that there's a lot of parts that they add in for comic relief that they really don't need to add in. That was something I really liked about Rob Zombies was that it was just straight to the point, serious.
Because Rob Zombie's, the two films he directed for Halloween, they were pretty good. I'm not going to complain. I also liked The Devil's Rejects, which he did.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
I think that's what it's called, The Devil's Rejects.
It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, that was another horror movie he directed. Actually, also starred in, as well as his wife did. I think I got the title right. I could be wrong.
No, that is correct.
It's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, I need to check that one out.
Not quite like Halloween. More of guns, horror type stuff. But yeah, like what you were saying though, like with the comedy and stuff in specific movies, that kind of makes me, like with my thoughts, like that's why I don't like Scary Movie the series.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think scary movies and comedy. I don't think that really goes together.
No, it doesn't.
That's kind of why I didn't really get into the Scream series either.
Yep.
There wasn't a ton of comedy in it, and with this new one coming out and stuff, I don't know.
I am hoping the new one isn't as funny as the other ones.
Yeah, I think the trailer definitely looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks really good, but
Yeah, yeah,
they could easily mess it up by making it too funny.
yeah, yeah,
I've heard
yeah,
that
yeah.
they're really taking a spin on it where they're making fun of the previous movies almost with this one, not to
Ah,
not to a comedic degree, but more like commentary on how there's so many remakes in horror right now.
yeah,
Which that'll be interesting to see, but that's something that they could easily mess up by making it too funny.
yeah, yeah.
So
I'm curious, if Halloween ends. I don't want it to be the end of an era with the Halloween series. But I I think, if they do decide to, kind of have more movies after it ends, I think they do got to do a little bit of rework.
yeah,
Um,
yep,
with some different stuff. I think, they only have to. I don't even know where to begin with it because Halloween ends. It's a wait and see type thing because I've known about Halloween ends and Halloween kills since I think it was 2020 when it was first posted on their Facebook page.
yep,
Which all we had was the titles at the point, but they were confirmed. And then later on we got the trailers and stuff for Halloween kills, which ended up being in my opinion pretty good. Um, just the title alone, Halloween ends. It's got me curious what they plan on doing
yep.
with this route of the movie, whether it ends up just coming to an end. And you thinking that it could be the end. You, in my opinion, could expect probably at least 2.5 hours. Um,
I'd hope. I really do hope. I want it. I don't want it to be too short.
yeah, they need to make it longer if that's what they decide to do with that movie. They
Exactly.
need to do they need to do a little bit of explaining with the previous movies in a film sort of way.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't even know where to begin with it.
They kind of set it up like he's still got some uh, witchcraft elements to him in the last one. Like,
Witchcraft.
yeah, not really witchcraft, but um, I'm trying to think of the word.
See, I
Like the fifth
this is kind
movie,
of
in the fifth movie, he's got that mark on his hand. I don't know if you
oh
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And then in this one, it's kind of like he's looking out of the window. Why is he looking out of the window? What inspires him when he looks out of that window? That's kind of
Right,
what
right.
they kind of um, that's kind of like what I was thinking when they were doing that. So I don't know if they're gonna bring that element back at all. I kind of hope they don't.
Yeah, yeah. Going off topic a little bit. I think one of my favorite all time scenes with the Halloween series. I believe it was on 1978, and it's when Dr. Loomis ends up going up the stairs with that officer. Um, if it rings a bell, when the brick goes through the window.
Oh yeah, yep,
Yeah, yes. Some of what he was saying, Dr. Loomis, and then you've got the piano music in the background. Um, it's that kind of stuff that I would love to see back in. If they do revamp the series, I would love to see them kind of take a direction towards that. That's another topic for a different day. But I like the feel of the older ones than the newer ones.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
They did do good at the new ones though, in terms of
Yeah, I liked that, they were able to get Dr. Loomis, even though it's not really Dr. Loomis
yeah,
in the new one.
they did really good with that.
Yeah, with the animation, yeah, that was really good. I thought, um, yeah, it was impressive. Like it just the storyline that it told towards the end was amazing.
Yeah, yep. The flashbacks worked really well in the sense of the new movie too.
Yeah, yeah, I thought the flashbacks were good too.
They
I
added
was
a
also
lot
glad.
to it. They really
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
I've seen a
for
lot of
sure.
people kind of bashing those almost, but I think they worked well.
Yeah,
A lot of people were overly hard on this new one, Kills.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that are hard on this series, and
Yeah, they are.
that's I guess really my opinion. That's basically because in my opinion, it's basically probably the best all-time selling movie series.
For a horror, yeah, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
And so obviously there's going to be a lot of people
yeah. There's gonna be
saying
a lot
their
of people that are
opinion
gonna
about
bash.
it, you know.
Yeah, there's gonna be people that bash different things and different movies because it's not what they like.
Yeah,
Can't please everybody,
exactly. There is some
Yeah.
that were pretty bad, but like
Yeah.
Resurrection. I don't know if you know that one off the top of your head.
I have not. No, is that a horror movie?
That's the Halloween Resurrection. It's the eighth one, and it has Busta Rhymes in it.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard of Halloween Resurrection. That's where they all go into Mike's house and
Yep. Have you seen it?
yeah, I've seen them. I've seen it yeah, I've seen basically all of them, man.
What
The
do you?
only one I wasn't a fan of was the season of the witch or whatever.
Oh yeah,
'Cause it
he's
wasn't.
not in it. Yep.
Yeah, it
It's
wasn't
a
my thing.
it's a weird one. Well, they were going to do every movie had a new story at that
Yeah,
point, but they didn't end up doing that. Yeah, it's really weird. It would have been a good movie with a different title, but because it's
yeah.
got Halloween in the title, it's weird.
I actually really enjoyed Halloween Resurrection, the ending and stuff with Busta Rhymes.
I don't really remember the ending because honestly, that one is just probably my least favorite. But
You didn't like Resurrection.
no, I didn't. I thought that one was
Oh,
kind of cheesy, especially the
okay.
beginning, right when they kill Lori.
What's your what do you mean by cheesy with? Because in my opinion, I thought it was pretty good. It had a little bit of a different feel to the previous Halloweens, but the fact that they brought in a rapper,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
that part's cool. That's the only way that I can explain that one with people understanding which one I'm talking about. But
yeah,
that one, like, I don't know if you remember the part where him and Michael are trying to fight Busta Rhymes' character.
yeah. Are you
Yeah,
talking about the one where because they fought multiple times, or are you talking about when the place was on fire?
I don't remember. I don't think it's that far in, but there's literally a part where he goes to like ninja slack, like like that one just it had absurd amounts of like
Yeah.
old series to it. It's a fun one, but in terms of like the intense serious approach, that one wasn't
Yeah,
my favorite. Um
yeah.
the sixth one might actually be my worst, my least favorite too. That's the one with where Tommy Doyle comes back and
Okay.
it's about Michael's. I think she would be his step cousin or his, yeah, basically like a step cousin because it's not his actual cousin, but they adopted his niece's daughter.
Yeah,
Do you remember that one?
yeah. What's the title of it?
The Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yep, that one's got good kills.
Yeah. That's what I was just about to go into with
Yeah.
Halloween 2007, the first one directed by Rob Zombie. There was specifically a scene where, God, I think it was 2007. I don't want to be wrong, but yeah, I'm almost positive. The kids were sitting on the couch watching the movie or the TV show, and Myers somehow slips into the house, and he's sitting or just standing behind the couch, absorbing. Not stabbing, nothing like that. Just watching. The girl sitting on the couch has no idea, and then he just walks off. Um, and that's when I think which was I believe his sister, can't remember the name. And then that was her friend that ended up coming into the house.
Also, it was a babysitter. One of those scenes.
Yeah, she was a babysitter. Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
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 Um,
That would
I thought
that would probably be the 2007 one because I think the only
yeah,
two where they
yeah.
did that was the original and then that one. I guess the 2018 one did too, but
I thought some of the kills in the 2007 one were pretty good.
when he beats the bully up with the stick,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
when he
a
was a kid. Yeah,
yeah,
that was crazy.
yeah, it was. And then when he kills his sister when he's a kid too.
Yeah.
Yep, that one did have really good kills.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think it was the babysitter's boyfriend too had a good kill if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, and then when the I don't know if it's the babysitter, but she was like dragging across the body, like trying to get to a phone.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. That's just that kind of shit. I think I'd love to see that kind of stuff with that kind of violence and gore that you've seen, with the two that Zombie directed. I'd like to see that with some of, if they, end up rebooting or something with the series.
Yeah, keep that element.
Yeah, yeah.
I can agree with that for sure. That was my favorite part of the 2018 one, is when he puts his hand over the bathroom stall and he drops those teeth.
Oh yeah.
That part was so badass.
Yeah. Fucking God, my mind's going blank. Frickin' I can't even remember. Yeah, I haven't watched frickin' I'm pretty behind on a lot of movies.
Yeah, I am too.
It's mainly because I'm not really much of a movie guy, TV show guy. I'll sit down and watch stuff every once in a while. I've seen all the Halloweens. I enjoyed the Saw series as well.
Those are really good too.
Not really much of the new ones that were out previous years, but back to the really old ones. They're
good.
The first couple, I really enjoyed the first couple ones.
Yeah.
They're kind of cringe a little bit with how dark some of the fucking what traps are.
Yeah. Yep.
But I thought that they did a good job with it.
Yeah, they really did. The one where they're in the house is really good. The second one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one's really good.
For sure.
Yeah, are you a fan of like Friday the 13th or anything too?
Yeah, that's not a bad series.
Yeah, they get old fast. Same thing all the time.
I didn't get crazy into it. I did like the one with Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yep.
That was pretty good. Which I didn't really get big into the
Nightmares.
Yeah, well, no, I mean like I can't even remember the title. The Jason Voorhees series.
Oh, Friday the 13th.
Is that it? What the fucking? I'm thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, yep, Nightmare on Elm Street. Yep. Those ones.
I didn't really get into either of those series. But I did enjoy that movie.
Well, the spin-off's completely different. The crossover is completely different from both of the series, so that's understandable. Like, it's got a whole different feeling to it. They did really good with that.
Yeah. I didn't really get big into the Child's Play series, with Chucky and stuff.
Yeah, those ones you had to really hit that market for those ones too. Those ones are really, that's comedy and horror right there for you perfectly. What you don't like. Those ones are very much horror comedy.
Yeah.
Yep.
My mind's all over the place, man. Sorry.
No, you're all good, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, if you feel like we've hit the mark with all of our topics pretty well, we can call it good because we're almost at an hour. But that's up to you. If you want to keep talking, you can talk.
Trying to think. Yeah, I mean, we can call it here if you want.
Yeah, man, if you want to. One thing that we should do before the end though is I guess going forward with your streaming channel.
Of course, yeah.
What do you have in store for this year?
The entire 2022.
Is there any big goals you have?
I didn't hear you. You said roles?
Goals.
Goals. Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
My biggest goal, I think, with YouTube and Twitch, more specifically with Twitch, is getting affiliated. Which, if you're not familiar with what that is, that's essentially the same with YouTube getting ad revenue. But with Twitch, it's a little bit easier. So you have 4 goals that you have to meet on Twitch. I believe it's monthly. One is having 50 followers, which is the same thing as subscribers on YouTube.
Yep.
And you can also have people subscribe to you on Twitch, which is essentially a higher end subscription. And then you have to have a certain amount of stream time, and then you have to have 3 people always watching. And I can't remember the other one.
And that has to be monthly that you meet these?
Yeah, I believe it's monthly. The final one, you have to stream each day, and you have to stream an accumulated time throughout the week.
Oh, really?
So my math is, I can't remember the exact time you have to stream each month, but my math is, stream an hour and a half, every so often, and then there's days you can straight up bust out long streams, and that's the easiest way to get affiliated on Twitch. And then with YouTube, content's been a little short with both because I'm still in the process of feeling better.
Yeah.
The last 2 days, I literally basically slept all day, been exhausted, and my mind's been all over the place forgetting stuff. But on the plus side, this cough's finally fucking gone to a degree. You guys had heard me with the nasty ass cough I had. It was just gross. It was like a thick mucus kind of cough, and yeah.
Yeah, that's no fun. We're definitely in that time of year, though.
Yeah, especially because it's not really COVID that I have. It's just that there's colds running around the Midwest.
There really is. It's crazy.
And there's all sorts of different colds. I mean, it's just I went to the doctors and they prescribed me. It wasn't even an antibiotic. It was some knockoff shit. I've actually done better not taking it than I have taking it. It's fucking crazy.
Some of the meds work that way.
Yeah, my biggest hope with YouTube, I mean, I've got a lot of different stuff. Trying to get some different streams in on holidays. But more specifically, getting a playthrough series on some different games that are story mode walkthroughs, laying those out, getting those recorded, probably ahead of time, getting them uploaded, whether it be all at once through a different time frame, and that's about where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. I'm excited to see it all come to fruition.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, keep in mind that I'm here if you need me to add anything to the end of the videos. Just let me know.
Yeah. Always appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm gonna try to promote your stuff harder this year too. I took a little break last year at the end, so I didn't.
Yeah, I appreciate the hell out of that, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I enjoyed the hell out of this first podcast episode. We'll have to, keep this going.
Yeah, you can definitely come back on again. These things are fun, but they can be difficult sometimes. But this one was actually really easy, and I honestly think probably one of the better ones in terms of flowing from one conversation to another. So, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we did good with that.
Always.
You can go for it.
I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I appreciate you coming on here, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, I had a fun time, and you're welcome back anytime, man.
Appreciate the hell out of that, man, for real.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, I'll wrap this one up right here.
All right.
And yeah, thanks again, man. And I'm excited to see what 2022 brings for you and your streaming career. Also,
thank you, man.
If you could send me the links to your Twitch and your YouTube, I'll throw them in the description below too.
For sure. I got you right after this.
Okay, sweet. Thank you, man. All right.
Yep.